Let's take a look at this. Shout out to Tesla North for posting this. Tesla Model 3 Ludicrous details leak after break-in and trespassing. And so this is a little bit of a touchy subject right now in the Tesla ecosphere, because what seemed to have happened is that some people, maybe a person, a single person, or multiple people, broke into a lot that was storing one of these very nice Model 3 Ludicrous Highlands and got into the vehicle. I don't know if they broke into the vehicle, or I don't know if they broke into the lot. I mean, they definitely did, but at the end of the day, they were not supposed to be in that lot at all. And they really exposed a bunch of different things. It seems like this leaked following an unauthorized entry into a storage yard in Florida, because, you know, Tesla does these things for a reason, right? They're probably getting a lot of media to drive these vehicles first, and they don't want to leak it ahead of time because it kind of ruins the fun for everybody. And especially with the media, they want to have their time to shine as well. And so if someone can get into it beforehand, then it's not that fun of an idea. But I can tell, you know, maybe a lot of you are excited about this, but it was just kind of a weird way to get into this. So shout out to TeslaScope. They posted this. The vehicle was located in a storage yard, which is often where vehicles relating to testing and ADAS are started for overflow. You have to jump a fence and trespass to enter. So a little bit of a drama here. The vehicle was left unlocked, but required removing the cover. So it seems like the people that did this were certainly looking to jump into it and try and figure out what exactly was going on. Shout out to Nick for posting this. Two guys broke into the Tesla storage yard in Florida, removed the car cover, and looked inside. I don't feel that's right, so I removed all the photos from the leak. So here's what we can see, because it is being shared on Reddit a ton right now. So let's try and blow this up, but we can't. But shout out to Nintel for posting this. We've got some sort of video here within the inside of this Tesla Model 3 Performance. It's in KM, and we've got a VIN of 31,555. But you can see clearly here, there is a Ludicrous badge right here, front and center. We've got these special warp wheels, a spoiler right in the front here. And what's interesting with this is we've got dynamic mode now, just like the Cybertruck, but we've got chill, sport, and insane mode. So maybe this is not going to be called a Ludicrous Model 3, but maybe, I guess, an insane Model 3. But then we've also got the suspension for comfort, standard, and sport. So maybe this adaptive suspension is going to be coming out for this. On top of that, we've got ride and handling for standard, and I want to say that's sport as well. And then we've got different UI, or slightly different UI, and then a bunch of other features from here as well. So if you look right here at the bottom, there's some other special parts of this as well. Auto shift out of park, that's currently on the Model S and the Model X, and I think on the Highland too as well, because no stocks. Then we've got auto shift between drive and reverse. This one right here automatically shifts between forward and reverse. This is not on any of the Teslas right now, so I guess this tries to guess when you come to a stop whether you're going to go forward or backward, which is an interesting feature, that is for sure. But one thing is for sure, we can see this Ludicrous badging right front and center, so it is pretty interesting. Here's another one of it. They certainly had to uncover this Tesla Model 3 Ludicrous, and you can see the rear of it. I guess Nint Lee is the one that posted this, and you can see all the different pictures like front, down, and center on it. Here is another one of the inside, a clearer picture of the UI. You can see that is clearly a Model 3 Performance Highland. And this last one, there's a lot to unpack on this picture right here, because this is the sports seats of the Model 3 Ludicrous. You can see they took a cover off it as well. And what's really interesting with this one is you can tell very clearly that there is a set of Model 3 Ludicrous rims in the back of the vehicle. Weird place from the store, but maybe they wanted to do that so they wouldn't get stolen or something like that, or of course uncovered, but oh wells. And then we've got Ludicrous badging on these seats. I certainly have not seen a clearer picture than we've seen before, but we can see it is right there, smack dab right in the middle of these nicer, better, different, more bucket ear seats, new word, bucket ear seats for the Model 3 Ludicrous. But here is a full list if you are interested in figuring out what has been unpacked so far. Shout out to Nick for posting this. Here are some of the Model 3 Ludicrous details without posting the leaked photos. Here's what we've learned. 3 drive modes: chilled, sport, and insane. Insane, not Ludicrous. Active suspension looks to be confirmed to mode standard and sport. Auto shift between drive and reverse, dev only, automatically shifts between forward and reverse. Pedal and steering settings tab is now remained to dynamic, similar to CT. And codename Poppy Seed is confirmed. I've certainly never heard of this Poppy Seed name, but I guess that's what they're going with for Poppy Seed Highland. Ludicrous Spaceball badge in the software menu. It was built in Fremont with manufacturing date in early March, so they've been building it this month, I guess. Carbon fiber dash inlay, ventilated sport bucket seats, and a more aggressive front fascia styling with lower splitters and an extended carbon fiber spoiler. Certainly a lot of interesting things. I mean, by the time this actually released, which I personally think this is going to be a April release. This is going to be maybe the first or second week of April for when this actually is going to be coming out. But I bet that is what it is going to be. And for the early March or early April is when I think it's going to be coming out. But let me know what you think. What do you think? Hey, what do you think the pricing of it is going to be? And what do you think the timeline of this is going to be? Because we asked the community, we asked everyone, when do you think the Model 3 Ludicrous is releasing? And a overwhelming 34% said April of 2024. 30% said May of 2024, and 24% said a little bit later of 2024. We also asked, what is your price prediction? This is going to be a big one because we've got this tax credit where you have to be under $55,000 to qualify, and if you're above, the price of the vehicle is above, then it doesn't qualify no matter what the MSRP is built. And so really there's a discussion here on, is Tesla going to price it under and try and capture all the demand of the Model 3 Ludicrous, or are they going to price it above because it doesn't need demand, especially with the Model 3 long range out with all the crazy demand that it has? There's no point in them losing sales to the Model 3 Ludicrous if they've already got so much demand of the Model 3 long range. So Model 3 Ludicrous price prediction, it seems like an overwhelming, a lot of you think that 37%, 55 to 59,000. And then actually a good amount of you, 22% think it's going to be 60K plus. But if you want to join in the polls, definitely head on over to our community page if you want to check it out. But definitely a lot of big leaks for the Model 3 Highland Ludicrous.